Virtuous Practices. This is what I heard. At one time, the Buddha was in Rajagriha, staying on Mount Ridakuta. Accompanying him were a multitude of leading monks numbering 12,000 persons. Also accompanying him were 80,000 bodhisattva mahasattva, heavenly beings, dragons, yakshas, gandharvas, asuras, garudas, kinnaras, and maogragas, and various monks, nuns, laymen, and laywomen, great wheel-turning kings, petty wheel-turning kings, kings of the gold wheel, silver wheel, and other kinds of wheels, kings of states, princes, ministers, subjects, gentlemen and ladies of the state, and rich men of the state, all with followers numbering in the hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, surrounding them, came to the place where the Buddha was, bowed in obeisance before his feet, and circled around him 100,000 times, burning incense, scattering flowers, and offering various kinds of alms. This done, they retired to one side and sat down. The names of the bodhisattvas were Dharma Prince Manjushri, Dharma Prince Great Dignity and Virtue Storehouse, Dharma Prince Without Worry Storehouse, Dharma Prince Great Eloquence Storehouse, Bodhisattva Mitriya, Bodhisattva Guiding Head, Bodhisattva Medicine King, Bodhisattva Medicine Superior, Bodhisattva Flower Banner, Bodhisattva Flower Glow Banner, Bodhisattva Dharani Freedom King, Bodhisattva Perceiver of the World's Sounds, Bodhisattva Great Power, Bodhisattva Constant Exertion, Bodhisattva Jeweled Seal Head, Bodhisattva Jeweled Accumulation, Bodhisattva Jeweled Staff, Bodhisattva Transcending the Threefold World, Bodhisattva Bhima Brava, Bodhisattva Scented Elephant, Bodhisattva Great Scented Elephant, Bodhisattva Lion Roar King, Bodhisattva Lion Frolic World, Bodhisattva Lion Swiftness, Bodhisattva Lion Exertion, Bodhisattva Brave Acute Strength, Bodhisattva Lion Fierce Subduer, Bodhisattva Adornment, and Bodhisattva Great Adornment. 80,000 Bodhisattva Mahasattva, such as these, accompanies the Buddha. There were none of these bodhisattvas who were not great men in the Dharma bodies. They were accomplished in matters pertaining to the precepts, meditation, wisdom, emancipation, and the insights of emancipation. Their minds, concentrated and stilled, were at all times in a state of samadhi. They were tranquil and unperturbed, without action, without desire, and no topsy-turvy or confused thoughts could ever reach them. Placid and still, clean and pure, their will was dark, empty, and vast. They maintained this state unmoving for 1,100,000 kalpas. Immeasurable doctrines were all manifest before them. They had acquired great wisdom, had fully understood all phenomena, received and distinguished the truth regarding natures and characteristics, and displayed absolute clarity concerning beings and non-beings, long and short. They were also skilled in understanding various capacities, natures, and desires, in employing dharanis and unimpeded eloquence, and following in the wake of the Buddha, who had turned the wheel of the law. They too skillfully turned it. First they sprinkled tiny drops, wetting down the dust of desire. They opened the gates of nirvana and fanned the wind of emancipation, dispelling the heat of worldly cares and letting in the clear coolness of the law. Next they dispensed the profound teachings of the 12-link chain of causation, using them to douse the burning rays of compound suffering, the raging fires of ignorance, aging, sickness, and death. Then they poured forth in abundance the unsurpassed great vehicle to moisten and enrich the good roots possessed by living beings. They sowed the seeds of goodness, spreading them throughout the fields of merit, making it possible for all beings everywhere to put forth the sprout of enlightenment. The sun and moon of their wisdom, the seasons of their expedient means, support and promote the undertaking of the great vehicle. causing multitude quickly to attain supreme perfect enlightenment. These bodhisattvas dwelled constantly in the ease and joy of a subtle and wonderful truth, and in their immeasurably great compassion rescued living beings from suffering. For living beings, these were true good friends. For living beings, these were great fields of good fortune. For living beings, they were teachers who arrived unsummoned. For living beings, they were placed of tranquility and joy, saviors, guardians, places of great refuge and repose. In one place after another, for the sake of living beings, they acted as great guides and teachers. Because living beings are blind, they knew how to act as eyes for them. For the deaf, the noseless, the dumb, they acted as ears, nose, and tongue. Where capacities were lacking or defective, they knew how to supply and mend them. Where there was disorder, chaos, and confusion, they brought the great remedy of correct thought. They were helmsmen, great helmsmen, ferrying the many beings over the river of birth and death until they reached the shore of nirvana. They were master physicians, great master physicians, distinguished the marks of illness, understanding the nature of medicines, applying the medicine that was appropriate to the disease, dispensing medication to the multitude. They were trainers, great trainers, curbing all wild and eccentric behavior. They were like trainers of elephants or horses, able to train them till none were untrained. They had the brave fierceness of the lion, which overroars all the other beasts and is scarcely to be challenged. They diverted themselves with the paramitas of the bodhisattvas and stood firm and unmoving on the ground of the thus come one. They abided secure in the power of their vows, purified the Buddha lands far and wide, and became long will succeed in gaining supreme perfect enlightenment. These bodhisattva mahasattvas all possess inconceivable virtues such as these. The name of the monks were Great Wisdom Shariputra, Transcendental Power Madgalayana, Life of Wisdom Sabhuti, Mahakatyayana Purna, Son of Maitrayani, Ajnata Kwandinya, Heavenly Eye Aniruddha, Keeper of the Precepts Upali, Attendant Ananda, Raula, Son of the Buddha, Upananda, Revata, Kapina, Bakula, Chunda, Svagata, Duta, Great Kashyapa, Uruvilva, Kashyapa, Gaya Kashyapa, and Nadi Kashyapa. 12,000 monks such as these. All were arahats who had exhausted all ties and outflows and had no further bonds or attachments, having attained true and correct emancipation.